guys, you are welcome to history class today. Now today we are looking at the League of Nations. The League of Nations. At the end of this lesson, we are actually aiming at achieving the following objective. Number one objective, give a brief description about the birth of the League of Nations. Alright, now you all know that between 1914 and 1918, what occurred in the world was the First World War. Now, the countries of the world after the First World War, they came together, especially the big threes. We call them big threes. Britain, USA, and France. They came together to decide the way forward. Now, as a matter of fact, Woodrow Wilson, who was the president of USA at that time, came up with 14-point agenda. And in the 14-point agenda, he was actually looking forward to have an organization who is going to be like a world police. An organization that will ensure that the world lives in peace. And that actually gave birth to the League of Nations. So the League of Nations to Britain, Britain wanted to be like a club that would be within the powerful nations. So, but Woodrow Wilson was actually looking for an organization that will curb the excesses of the powerful nations. All right, objective number 2 that we want to look at is to identify and discuss the aims and objectives of the League of Nations. And lastly, we are to analyze the organs of the League of Nations. All right, let's go to objective number 2. The aims and objectives of the League of Nations. Number 1 aim, to build united and strong nations in order to what? To discourage use of force in resolving disputes. To build united, strong nations, talking about the world, to discourage the use of force in resolving disputes. 2, to encourage countries to cooperate in terms of business and trade. 3, to improve living and working conditions of people around the world. As a matter of fact, this was actually more pronounced after the First World War. Now, the League of Nations went into humanitarian work. Now, they were actually saving people from diseases. No, they were ready help in different forms. No, to save the world from the calamity that the First World War has brought on the people. And lastly, to promote peaceful coexistence throughout the world, to promote peaceful coexistence. Now, the League of Nations actually established to promote peaceful coexistence so that people will live together in the world peacefully. All right, and to guide against waste of resources and human life. All right, let's go to the organs of the League of Nations. Number 1 organ, we have the Council. The Council, in United Nations, we call it the Security Council. And the Council comprises of 2 major bodies. We have the permanent and the temporary members. The permanent members are the powerful nations. While the temporary members are the countries that are voted in every 5 years. And these people, they meet 5 times in a year to decide the fate of the world, to decide the way forward if there is any disputes in the world at that time. Another one is we have the Assembly. The Assembly comprises of all the heads of states. They met once in a year. And we have the Secretariat. The Secretariat is responsible for the running of day-to-day activities of the organization. Also, we have the Court of Justice, International Court of Justice, which actually involved in the settlement of disputes among nations. Also, we have different commissions, like I said, under the aims and objectives of the United Nations. Like I said, under the commissions where they have humanitarian efforts, where the commissions, we have labor, ILO, International Labor Organization. So many commissions come under this commission. So we shall be learning more of this in our Google Classroom. See you there.